is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. Today we're going to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, a team with a lot of hype, a team that won 35 games last year, missing the playoffs, had injuries to guys like Lonzo Ball, an integral part of their team, and it was just an up and down season. They got off to a decent start, couldn't continue it. They didn't play hard enough. They lost a lot of close games. They couldn't close out games. But this year they got a lot more veterans, a lot of guys that made it to the playoffs. Obviously, LeBron James making it to the NBA Finals the last couple seasons and also winning a championship not too long ago. Adding new guys like Zubac, you know, Rajon Rondo, Lance Stevenson. You get a steal in Kyle Kuzma. You get a steal in Josh Hart for where you got him from. You still brought back Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. You still got Beasley that came on this roster. And obviously you have other decent players like Wagner, Travis Ware. So this is one of their better rosters, one of their deeper rosters. They can go around 8, 9 deep, something that they could do, but they just didn't have the veteranness, how to close out games, how to win them, how to keep them close. They got a guy in LeBron James that has shown, not just this year, but in his career, that he's a good closer, a guy that can, will you to those wins, those games that's you up by 3 or down by 5. LeBron James can literally make the right decisions, whether it's a pass, whether it's a score, whether it's hitting a game winner. He was on an absolute tear. People said that last year was probably his best year of his career, especially offensively, getting career high numbers and still showing that he has a lot left in the tank. No wonder why the Los Angeles Lakers gave him a 4-year deal, something that a lot of people were surprised, including me, considering that LeBron been doing the 1v1 deal every year, and he was able to commit to the Lakers for 4 years. That shows that he's really invested in this team. He really believes in Magic and Pelinka. And at the end of the day, Luke Walton, a guy that is getting a lot of scrutiny in the beginning because of having the magnitude of LeBron, comes with great expectations. Obviously, I'm a guy that supports Luke Walton. If you didn't know about the channel, I think he'll be just fine. He has enough pieces to really give them a 10-plus win season. But will that really be enough? Because they won 35 games last year. Adding LeBron, people felt like they'd be an instantly 50-win team. I don't know if 45 will be enough to make the playoffs in the West. It is going to be a slaughterhouse. I got to give credit to that. There's a lot of teams like 9, 10, 11 deep in the West that you can really see making this playoff run, especially because we don't really know about injuries or any trades until it actually happened during the season, so teams can move up or down. But this is a team that a lot of people are still confused about. They don't really know what to think. They give the team a lot of credit because of LeBron going to this team. He's the best player in the world, depending on who you ask. And at the end of the day, the thing about that is, like I said, comes with great expectations, but everybody's picking this team to finish around the 4th, 5th, or 6th, which means they're not really legitimately contenders, which I actually agree. This team has a lot of youth that you have to rely on. And even though they did win 35 games without LeBron, this is a new season starting back from the bottom. New teams. The teams in the West has got significantly better, even from Phoenix to Dallas to any other team you think about in the West. They have added more talent. So it's not like they're just, we won 35 games, we can just run it right back and we'll win more. Just because you made it to the playoffs last year does not mean you're going to be guaranteed to make it to it this year. You still got to play this season like a regular season every year. So we don't really know what's gonna happen. But then again, when you look at this roster, they do have a high ceiling if they all clicking. Having guys like Lonzo Ball that can handle the ball, get out in transition, make the right decisions, play within the offense, run the offense, and get everything executed is perfect. But when you have another guy like LeBron James that can also do the same thing, can give you a little bit more versatility. You have two guys that's high level playmakers, high level IQ, feeding off of each other. And not only that, we don't know how good Lonzo Ball will really be because he is coming off that knee injury. I think a lot of people have been forgetting about that when they talk about the Lakers, is that Lonzo Ball got an injured knee and he went under surgery. That can really take away your explosiveness. Yes, he's young, but at the same time, anytime you get an injury, you're never back 100%, and it could delay him because he wasn't really working on his game all that. I mean, this whole offseason because of the injury and because of the rehab. So he may not come back as good as people think because of the rehab. And on top of that, Brandon Ingram is a guy that has a lot of excitement. Last year, a lot of people was going into the season high on Brandon Ingram after what he was doing in Summer League. And he lived up to the hype, having his best season of his career. Not only that, he shot the ball well, handled the ball well, play make as much as he could, and that adds more versatility to this team. A guy that can play the 2, 3, or the 4, depending on how much weight he comes into this season. That gives them another dynamic. You can say the same thing about Lonzo Ball. He can guard the 1s, 2s, and the 3s. LeBron can guard every position. I don't think LeBron is a great defender anymore, but he's still able to do it. So this team on paper looks decent. But if you add all the parts together and the coaching of the ball movement and everybody being a threat on the court with Luke Walton, something that he learned from playing in the Lakers with, Phil Jackson, and obviously um, getting coached under Steve Kerr, winning a lot of games with that team. Obviously, he been under a lot of scrutiny, which he didn't really deserve. He didn't really have enough talent to make the playoffs. So obviously, they expected him to make the playoffs after LeBron. But I think that they'll squeeze in there. They might not win a championship or even get to the Western Conference Finals. The West is just that brutal. And I don't think that's a disappointing season for Luke Walton if he doesn't get that far in the playoffs. Because I and a lot of people that I've seen don't really expect this Laker team to make a deep run. Is it impossible? No, because they can still make a trade. They can still upgrade this roster as the season go on. But also, these players, can they really play in those high pressure games where it's so close that LeBron needs help? He needs somebody to make a play. He needs them to handle the ball. He needs to get a stop. Will this young team do their part in the big games? Because now they're going to be on a lot of TV games. They're going to be fighting for a playoff spot, something that they wasn't doing last year. And now that ups the pressure. A lot of these players have the solid in pressure situations, but it's a lot harder when every team is going to try to beat you. Every team has respect for you, and they're going to be coming to get up for you, which means they really want to play off, and they really want to shut this team up, and they're going to be on TV, and guys like to look good on TV, and LeBron James. Everybody could have joined LeBron James or, chose to sign with him. Everybody chose to stay going against LeBron. He could not get another All-Star on this roster. Not saying that he never will. It just shows you that everybody wants LeBron to lose. Whether they're a fan or whether they're a player, they want to beat this guy. And he struggled last year. This roster is better than that Cleveland roster last year. But the West is a lot harder and a lot tougher and a lot deeper, and it's going to be hard to come by with wins, especially when you have such young talent that's basically not even used to winning at this point because they didn't win that many games. 35 is decent, but now is a harder conference this year. So I think the hardest part about the Lakers team is that we really don't know what to expect because you have these veterans that don't really fit on paper, don't really fit LeBron play style, but at the end of the day, you get a bunch of players that has been able to play, and you get a coach like Lou Walton. I think that with the basketball IQ of Rondos and the Beasleys, and obviously the Lance Stevensons, they know what they bring to the table. They know what they can do. That's why they signed these players too, because they know what they're getting out of them. These guys basically are what they are at this point, and I think that that'll be fine. I think that this team will win 10 plus games more than they did last year, simply because they have enough versatility. They have enough differences to really get through the West. But I don't really see them getting that far in the playoffs. I don't really see them winning a championship. I do can see LeBron James losing in the first round. Now it is something that he hasn't done, but this is a new beast. And if you look at a team like OKC, San Antonio, Houston, those teams are just as good, or if not better, than this Lakers team. And even if they don't get a higher record because of any reason, the Lakers going to have to beat one of those teams in the first round. And they're young, undeveloped, and yes, they got veterans, but their best players are the young players on this roster. I mean, they're going to have to depend on them a lot too to give them a lot of effort, energy, and three-point shooting. It's going to be tough for this team to really make a huge run, even with LeBron James. Yes, I know that he helped the Cavaliers win 50 games with that terrible roster. They still got to the NBA Finals. But, the hardest team they really faced that run was either Toronto or Boston. Boston wasn't fully healthy, and Toronto just, flopped under pressure, so I can't make an excuse about that. But when you go to the West, every team has multiple stars. Every team has almost multiple All NBA players, and on top of that, they have good enough coaching to where it's not a disadvantage. So LeBron, I think he knows this already. Going to the West, he showed a lot of confidence in this team, signing that 4-year deal, and we're going to see if he can really change this team around. They have been bad. They've been rebuilding, relying on the draft. Adding LeBron James adds a lot of excitement. It adds a lot of pressure, but you got to take the good with the bad. And I do have this Lakers team winning about 47 games to 52. I see them possibly getting to the second round, no further than that. Even if they do get out of the first round, they're going to have to play a San Antonio, a Houston, or a Golden State in the second round. And I don't think they're good enough offensively and defensively to beat one of those teams in 7 games. Even with LeBron, remember he did lose to the Warriors. He did lose to San Antonio before, and they never played the Rockets. But if they're healthy, they're the second best team to me in the West, or even the first best team if you're going based off records. I think that they can really put on a blitzing run. So those teams are going to just be hard to stop, and they have legitimately more top-heavy talent compared to this Lakers team. And talent does matter, but when you also well coach, it doesn't really work in the Lakers' favor. And they have the veterans, and they know how to win because a lot of these teams have already made deep runs in the playoffs with their coaches and with their talent. And that's something that we cannot say about the Lakers. And I cannot give them credit for that because I haven't seen this team play. I don't know how their young players going to play, and I still will pick those teams over this Laker team. So I do see them losing possibly in the second round at the longest. If they do make it to the Western Conference Finals, it'll be because of their record. They outperformed, or they made a move to shore up this start lineup that can really give them a push. And they might lose them one of their young players, but hey, if you're in the Western Conference Finals, you have a chance to compete for a championship. And that's all you really want if you're LeBron James, just a chance. And once you get in there, you never know what's going to happen. And that's the whole point of making it to the playoffs. And once you get to the Western Conference Finals, you can get to the NBA Finals and you have your goal complete. Get to the finals so that way I can win a championship. So it's possible for the team to get to the Western Conference Finals, but I doubt that they really do. Like I said, 47 to 52 wins at the max for me. Exit in the second round. And they have a max spot next year. Maybe they can get that piece for LeBron to make a serious run next year. Until then, I cannot give them that much credit based off the roster right now and the coach. And this team is a big mystery anyway. We don't really know what to really expect. But I think my expectations are more realistic. So check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link up in the description, comment section below. Check my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link up in the description, comment section below. At the end of the day, check out my spread shirt. It'll be in the comment section in the description below if you want to buy any type of merchandise, pillows, cases, hoodies, shirts, sweaters. I got it all available for you guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for liking. Thanks for watching the videos and subscribing. It has really been fun this year as it's coming to an end in September. But I will be bringing you guys another what to expect going into Sunday.